Good. So last time that we met, um, there was a lot of rhyming last session. I think you basically had this, um, dilemma, how to kind of resolve the fact that it seems like the army who is parking around the keep is in search for a lifeline, and you had a chance to kind of either trust Governor Nighthill discretion and wisdom, or maybe Mal could fabricate some spell or something like that that could cause maybe the entire denizen of the keep to fall asleep or something like that, so you could
I
escape.
can do that? Oh, how awesome. I should have tried that.
And the decision was to kind of trust Nighthill and see what comes up out of that. And you heard this rhyme, right? I mean, the three tones, that three kind of a chorus of three different voices that helped you kind of resolve this situation. You exited the keep in search of um, Brandor and the prisoners that he held, and Linen and her daughter Ina. And on the way, you've met a very annoying halfling named Silvius, and he was some sort of a merchant. Seems like he had some rough time with some of the raiders. You dispatched of the raiders, and the halfling disappeared, leaving you there with his two companions. Um, you escorted them back to the keep along with one of the raiders, and you interrogated that person in the keep as a result of Nighthill's request. Again, some rhyming happened, and you've learned that it seems like something or some things maybe are hidden in the camp that the prisoner described. Basically, it seems like all the raiders either collect all the loot and the treasure and they haul it to the southwest to a camp. You're not sure exactly where it is, but you know it's there. So the items that were hidden there were it was a jewel, an eye, and a moon. This is at least what the rhymes referred to. So it seems like there is this half dragon creature who is called Nightscale, and this creature is leading the raiders, and apparently it also protects something at a cave, and those three objects, artifacts, whatever they are supposed to be somewhere there. You wanted to head back to Strandor and bring him and your friends to safety, but at that point, Nighthill told you that he needs you at the wall, and as you ascended the stairs to the kind of the wall of the keep, he showed you that it seems like the dragon and some of the raiders are planning an assault on the keep. So there's a huge cloud of dust. The dragon is up there with small sparks of lightning emanating from its body. And it seems like some of the raiders are, in a half circle approaching the keep with the dragon above them, and some of them are way behind, leaving the scene. And he presented you with a choice. He basically said, like, if you want to stay here and help defend the keep, this will be greatly appreciated. But looking at the chances of survival, maybe it would be best if you snuck out of the keep and head to the camp to spy on it. And then whatever you learn, you can report to his friends in El Turel. So that was basically kind of the dilemma and where we stopped last time, if I remember correctly. Anything I missed out?
Well,
I don't think so.
in the wagon there was some of the loot, right?
We left it.
Yes, we left. There was some loot, and the wagon was damaged, I believe. It couldn't be moved without fixing it first.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what do you want to do?
We sorry, a few meta questions. We
Sure.
leveled up, right?
Yes, level 3.
So we are how do you play it? Do we have all the spell slots back and everything, and the spell slots for the new level as well?
Yeah, makes sense.
Great.
Another question, before we start discussing in game, how much time do we have until 100 gil reaches us? I mean, can we address settings too? Can we devise a whole plan? Or we
It
are
seems
counting
like they
seconds?
it seems like they are approaching. So you feel that you have something like a couple of minutes or something like that. Like they don't charge full on, and it takes time for the everyone to kind of approach. And the dragon seems to be still above them. It is not charging full speed for some reason. So probably a couple of minutes.
Well, my strategy would be to get out of here. I mean, of course, we would like to help defend the keep, but strategically, it's probably good to spy on the camp. So bye.
Lorne is delighted that you suggested that. Even though he's all these people, can I just abandon them as I see you walking away?
But
Well,
it's the not moral thing to do. I mean, all those people will die. We have to help them somehow.
But they said they
but
won.
they will
Maybe I
die
can.
when we stay here as well. So we might as well come back and hope for the best when we have more information. We're not going to. It's not the three of us that are going to stop this dragon thing.
Well,
Well,
maybe one of us
maybe you
can.
will, but I won't.
Maybe one of
Can
us can.
Can I get a persuasion check? Can I do that to you? Can I do that? Either ask for one.
No, it's roleplay.
You can try. I mean, you can.
If we
You
are
can
to
risk rolling low, so I will be like, nah.
if we are to minimize the damage here, the not my favorite, but the first course of action seems to fake surrender and let them take us as prisoners.
And then we fake dying when they kill us on the spot. That's a good strategy.
All right, I gotta roll something. 1 second. Oh no, I just opened up another program. Sorry.
Nightheal watches you as you debate, and he says, "Whatever you decide, you should decide it fast."
Then Eliathorn says, "Yes, let's surrender me, and maybe I'm willing to lay down my life. Let's do it."
So why don't you
I
lay
look at
down
the
your
captain.
life? Why don't you demonstrate your willingness to lay down your life by risking it going to the camp with us? And she smiles her biggest smile with this super wide grin with this somehow too many teeth.
Captain, what do you think? Do you think we can stop them? If I just
Who are you asking?
the man in charge here.
Nightheal?
Nightheal.
Yeah, like, do you think we can? Do you think they would stop if you just gave me up?
He says, "I'm not sure if they can be trusted." They said all they want to avoid an attack here is you, but I wouldn't trust them.
No, you cannot trust them.
All right. Well then screw this. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to the camp to spy on it, and then we come back with information and we help everybody.
I don't know what we're gonna come back to, but let's get out of here. Let's go.
I'm on my way. Bye. It was nice knowing you.
Nightheal approaches Enhal, and he kind of puts he sees that you're in this kind of dilemma and you're not happy with this. He smiles at you and he says, "Listen, we'll do our best to hold on. You leave through the cave, go to the camp. Don't try anything funny. Just chart a map. Write down how many people do they have there. If you can spy and figure out what are they trying to do there, it would be great. Then, have you been to El Turel?
Yes, I've been.
Well,
I've passed
are you familiar with the Everlight Theater?
No.
Mm.
Head there after you gather whatever information you have. Try to speak with a woman named Marie Almaran. She is a friend. Tell her I've sent you. Give her all the information. She'll know what to do. Now quickly.
I pat him in the shoulder. I hang my head in shame because I can't help those people, and I follow the rest of the group.
Okay. So you all are kind of huddled into the tunnel. People look at you, but it seems like Nighthill gave an order not to kind of raise any panic or say something about the incoming attack. So only the soldiers or the people who belong to the militia are aware of what's going on. But they don't seem to be angry with you, just really desperate. So door is open, the dwarf kind of opens it, and you find yourself back in the tunnel through which you came in. The door closes after the dwarf kind of salutes you, and you are on your own again at the bank of the hill. As I said, it is sunrise, so light kind of washes all over the surrounding. But it seems most of the army is still up north and around the keep. So you're exiting to the south. You have some, maybe a couple of minutes without being detected immediately. Where do you want to go?
I suggest that we run to the wagon and fix it and penetrate their hideout, pretending to be mercenaries, returning the loot. What's your opinion on this?
That's good.
Can't we spy on the hideout first with an owl or something?
Is it within reach? Do we know where it is?
No, I mean, once we get close, we don't have to enter the camp right away. Didn't he say, what did he say to you? We should make a map or something?
We can go there and have the wagon with us, send the owl, and
Yes.
if everything is clear, we proceed and pretend to be mercenaries.
Great.
Okay. Please make stealth rolls for me. I will roll for the bard who is silent, basically following your lead.
9.
5 from
Zero.
Elias Lorne.
9, 5.
7.
Oh, that's pretty good. It seems like even the bard was a little bit not himself. So you're not very stealthy as it is. Exiting to the south, you kind of descend the hill and go straight to the river, and it seems like your movement was detected. Someone shouts in a screeching voice, "Over there!" And you see a man who seems to be kind of old and toothless, but still on his feet. He's holding a cane of some sort. In front of him, there are a couple of kobolds. They are looking at him as if he is some sort of a priest or something like that. He's covered with tattoos, feathers attached to all kinds of strings. He's wearing this cape. He walks slowly, but his kind of minions run before him, and they are basically searching the place, overturning bodies or sacks or anything that kind of fell on the ground as people were fleeing, or raiders kind of picking up loot and things fell apart. He points at you, and then 3 of his kobold minions rush at you. One of them has a whistle, and he's about to blow it. Please make initiative rolls.
14.
20. Natural.
Ooh.
6. Oh my god! I don't think it's my lucky day today. I should've
13 for Eliath?
14.
14. Okay. Cedric. Okay. So, Hal, what do you want to do? So, as I said, 3 kobolds are running towards you. One of them is holding a whistle. The other 2 are with like they pull short crossbows. The
How
old
far away
man.
I am?
What?
Sorry. Finish it, and I'll ask.
The old man in the back seems to be kind of just walking slowly towards you, but you don't see him do anything special other than pulling this string of beads and starting to kind of play with it as he walks slowly towards you.
Okay. How far away I am from the kobold who is about to call his friends?
You were spotted not very far away, so probably something like 60 feet or something like that.
Okay. I rush towards it and try to hit his hand before he blows the whistle.
Okay, are you able to do that? Usually, like even if it's 60 feet or something like that. What did I say? 60, 40? What did I say?
60.
60.
No, I have 30 feet. I can't rush an attack then if it's 60.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
I'll command him to fall to the ground, stop, to hold, basically, and not do anything.
Okay. So you
I'll
point at
cast
him.
command on him.
Yeah. Any saving throw?
Yes, it's a wisdom saving throw. And my DC is, let me find it, 12.
Okay. So you point and shout at him to hold. He is kind of, bringing a lot of air into its lungs, and then he stops.
And I
Looking.
walk towards him.
Okay. Cedric will try to shoot it with a crossbow bolt. This is a 16 to hit, and it actually hits. So an arrow sticks into its legs, and he's kind of crouching in pain, and the whistle falls, but he's still up. At this point, so he still holds, but the other 2, they basically shoot their 2 short crossbows. So 2 of them attack you, Enhal, as you seem to be the biggest target charging at them. So the first one is a definite miss. The second is so this is a 14 to hit. You're muted, sorry.
19 armor class.
Okay.
So I guess no.
Yeah, you kind of duck to the side, and 2 bolts fly out. The old man behind them, he kind of looks at all 3 of you in kind of this weird way, as he starts to mumble and flex his string of beads. I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
And for me,
21 for Elithron.
15.
Okay. And how?
10.
Okay. So the two of you, Mal and Eliath, you two feel kind of this heat coming up from around you, but you simply grit your teeth and move on and simply kind of, push through it. However, you and Hal, it seems like some sort of either a curse or something like that is kind of grabbing you, and you feel your clothes and your armor and your, your weapon starts to heat up, which is not a very pleasant experience. And you take 4 points of damage from the heat, basically fire damage. You can see the old man kind of.
Okay.
Eliath, what do you want to do?
Eliath is going to take out the kobold the her kobold, the one with the whistle. He's still up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna shoot him with my bow. That's 14 to hit.
14 hits.
5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so as I said, the whistle is on the ground, and now he grabs his what was it? An arrow, a sword, spell?
For me, it was a arrow.
Arrow through the throat, and then he falls on the ground.
And then I probably go around to see if I can get closer to the caster in the back.
Okay.
And I start singing my song for my AC.
Good. Mel, what do you want to do?
Can I make an Arcana check if the heat battle spell is a concentration spell?
Yes.
Okay. That is 13.
Yes, you
On the
believe
check.
it is. You kind of look at the old man. You can see that he's playing with these beads. You believe that if he kind of stopped that as his concentration act, like the effect will diminish or even dissolve.
Yes. Okay, so I will shoot a magic missile at him.
Okay.
And that is... oh, wait, I have to do this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's 13.
Okay. So you cast your spell. The bolts rush to the old man and are buried in his chest. He shrieks. The beads fall from his head and kind of click on the floor. And at this point, in Hal, you feel the heat kind of diminishes and kind of evaporates
for that.
completely.
Anytime! My pleasure!
And 13 points, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
How far are the kobolds who shot at us or him away from us?
They stayed relatively where they are. They didn't make a lot of progress, not with crossbows. So I would assume something like 50 feet, assuming that you took a little bit, a couple of steps toward them.
Okay, so Eliathon, he went towards one direction, right?
Yeah.
So I will go other direction. So
Okay.
we can,
Kind of.
We can kind of surround them or something like that.
Okay, makes sense. So you kind of split, and they look at each other a little bit confused. Angel, what do you want to do?
So I'm in the middle, I guess.
Yes.
And I approach the one closest to Mel, trying to attack him.
Okay.
One kobold. And 12 to hit.
So you rush the creature and you are able to land like a solid hit on it.
That's 6.
6. Yeah. You want to describe how did you dispose of him? Of it,
Yes.
sorry.
I try to cut him as fast as I can,
Okay.
with the least much pain as I can, trying to practically decapitate him,
Okay.
cut his head off, and
You do that as you run, kind of, and the head,
like a mercy kill.
yeah, rolls on the floor. Amazing. Cedric follows and try to shoot a crossbow at the other one who is still standing, but misses completely, and then he runs towards you, Inhale. At this point, the remaining kobold shoots right past again at you, Inhale. This is a 3, so a miss, and the old man seems to be a little bit at a loss. So you see him fall on his knees and starting to draw all kinds of weird patterns at the sand. For now, this
Can
is all he
we
does.
understand anything more? Is it a ritual? Is it some act desperation? Some act of desperation? What can we tell about this?
Make an Arcana check.
19.
That's nice. You don't think this is a magical sketch or drawing or whatever that he's doing. He's simply drawing something very big on the ground, but you don't think it has any magical meaning. Eliath.
Okay. As I come around and see the old man,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast sleep on him. Which is, I think it was 24 hit points. If he's above that, then he doesn't fall asleep.
I think you need to roll.
5d8. Or
Fine.
more if you want to expand another slot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll roll it on it. 30 points.
30 points. This is amazing. He starts to kind of doze off. He looks at you, smiles, and says, "Too late," and then falls and starts snoring.
Oh, no, I run up at him as if something's gonna come out of there.
Okay.
Do I get to him?
Yes, you do.
What did he draw?
Make an investigation check.
Natural 1. Dude, I'm doing the opposite of last session. So I roll 5s and 1s.
Okay. You don't, as I said before, it's not a magical drawing, but it is big. Like he just sat there and with his cane draw something like really wide and big. Mel, what do you want to do?
I want to look up, make a check if he drew something to communicate with something or someone above us.
Okay, make a perception check.
16.
Yes. You look up, and as I said, the sun is kind of rising. There's still a lot of smoke, and the while the air is kind of clear and no clouds or something like that, but the smoke makes everything a little bit blurry. You definitely see some sort of a turbulence in the smoke approaching your way. Something winged is on the way.
Something winged is on the way. I grab his thing. What was it? The beat thing
Yeah.
that he dropped, and the whistle that the guy was going to blow. And why don't we run for it?
Let's go into the woods. If there's
Um,
woods nearby.
So there is the river and then the hills afterwards, but it's kind of a long ride. Or there is the house and the wagon, not very far from where you are, and a cluster of trees there. So where do you want to run to?
Let's definitely towards the house and the trees, right? We can be hidden, get the cart.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's try it there.
Okay.
I agree.
So please make constitution checks for me as you kind of push it and run for a couple of turns, kind of towards the houses and the trees.
16.
Natural one. No, 7. Sorry, it was a 7. Plus 2, 9.
9. Okay.
9 as well.
Okay. So you are alive. You seem to be kind of running forward, very kind of easily and without very a lot of difficulty. But it seems like Mal with her short legs have some difficulty in his, and obviously Anhal is carrying like 3 tons of steel.
I'm not short. I'm cute.
Yeah. So you kind of every once in a while you kind of stop and pull them and help them. And the last stretch, as you can see the trees almost touch them, you kind of turn around to push Enhal and Mal, and you see just above them the clouds suddenly swirl, and some sort of at first glance it looks like a dragon, but it's smaller and brownish and ugly looking, but definitely winged. And it opens its mouth, shrieks, and then charges toward you as you all kind of just get there to the trees. Let's make another initiative check.
19.
5.
20.
Wait, 20, 5, 4,
Elith, Lauren.
and Enhal, what was it?
19 for answers.
19. That's good.
Yes.
Cedric is a meager 10, and this new buddy, not very bad. Let's say, okay. Mel, you seem to be kind of grabbing your sense of like what's going on the first. What do you want to do?
Yes, hang on. I'm checking my options. Just give me a quick moment, please. How far away is this thing?
It is currently charging.
Closing, probably.
What? Yeah, he's closing
That's
in something like 80 feet from you at the moment, but he's like super fast.
Okay, I'll hex it. I'll cast a hex spell on it.
Okay. Do I need to do something?
No, I use my innate ability. So that should basically leave me at hang on. No, you don't have to do anything.
Okay. Anything else you want?
It's yeah, but I can choose an ability score to give it disadvantage on.
Mm-hmm.
And I will choose strength.
Okay. Good. Anyhow, you see Mel kind of hisses at the creature, and it seems to be kind of a little bit off balance as he tries to
Oh.
beat his wings. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It is a bonus action. I was looking for the entry, but I couldn't find it. It's a bonus action, so I still can cast a spell on it.
Awesome. Go for it.
Which I will do. I will cast a. I can cast a regular spell if I use my ability. How awesome! So I will. It's probably gonna have a good constitution.
Oh, that's really strong. You can cast 2 spells.
I will cast an ice knife. Oh no, screw it! I will cast a magic missile. I will cast a magic missile. And this will be, hang on.
Doesn't this mean you hit it 3 times?
Yes, with 3 missiles.
Oof.
But it's only 8 damage. But because of my hex spell, I can do another d6 necromantic damage in addition to that.
So how much total?
Yes, I'm working on it. Oh, 6. Okay, so it's 2, 4, 8, 14 damage.
Okay.
A combination of force and necromantic damage.
Awesome.
The way I like it.
So Eliath and Henhal, you can see this creature kind of dives toward you. Mel hisses at it and shoots bolts at it, and it absorbs it. Seems to falter a little bit after she hissed at it, but still it kind of rushes towards you. It seems like he's not even stopping. Henhal, what do you want to do?
So it looks like a dragon, right?
Yes.
And do we know anything about dragons?
You tell me.
Well, not much. So I'll try this. I'll cast Bless on me and the 2 wizards. And I'll try to scream in Dragonic and try to intimidate this creature in order to at least slow down a little bit.
Okay, what do you say?
I look at him and scream, "Get your filthy scales out of here, or else you'll die."
Ooh, okay, go for it.
I maybe can't speak for.
Oh, 4. Okay,
It's
got
a
it.
4.
It answers after you kind of threaten it. He says something like, "I'll taste your flesh by the end of the day." And
yours.
And we get to Cedric, who is looks at the creature and fires a bolt with a natural 1, flies up and hits nothing. And then the creature basically tilts, and Enhal it simply kind of crashes into you. However, it has a disadvantage on strength, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So it kind of engulfs you, and this creature is huge, right? I mean, you are armored and big, but this creature is huge. So it's you two kind of tumble, and wings, claws bite, and you try to kind of avoid it and push it and try not to be eaten alive. So first the bite. So it's an 18 to hit with a disadvantage. I'm assuming it doesn't hit you, right?
Doesn't hit. No.
Okay. And then there are 2 claws. That's above 20, and that's another 17. 17 doesn't hit you, right?
No.
Okay, and the last claw, oh, a natural 1. So you managed to somehow survive this, and you are positively, clearly confident that it was only a matter of luck before this creature would have torn open your belly or something like that. But you all tumble. Mal and Eliath, you are kind of, you don't believe your eyes when after all this you can see Anhal actually stands up in front of this creature.
I could use a hand here.
Yeah. Okay.
Eliath,
I cast Mage Hand. Kidding.
Eliath, what do you want to do?
Eliath immediately takes aim with his bow and shoots. And hopefully
Add 1d4 to the roll.
21 to hit,
Yes.
4 damage, minimum damage, but
Okay. An arrow sticks into the creature. It doesn't even notice it. All you can see that it's lowering its head, looking at Anhal, and then like trying to kind of snap its jaws around his head. And Anhal is still kind of standing guard there, trying desperately to keep keep away from this creature. Mal.
Is there because if it's so big, is there some area of the creature that I can hit with an ice knife without endangering my companions? Because the ice knife explodes 5 feet radius.
Yes. You need to maneuver a little bit, so you probably need to either go into the wood or out of the wood to kind of circle the.
Okay, so would that be good enough the same round still?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, then I make this strategic movement, and then I try to hit it with a ice knife.
So you want to go into the woods or outside?
Oh no, I'll stay at just behind the first trees of the front trees of the tree line.
Okay, go for it.
Inside the woods, so I get some cover from above. Hopefully nobody else is in the woods. Okay, so I try the ice knife. Let's see what happens. Ice knife. I hit it with a 22 armor class.
Okay, good.
It needs to make it gets a full 10 piercing damage.
Ooh.
And then the thing explodes, the icicle that I summon and shoot at it, and it has to make a DC 13 Dex save.
Fails.
Another 6 cold damage.
Nice.
And hang on, my necromantic damage from the hex spell. Just 1, but 1 is better than none.
Okay,
Another 1 damage, so 17 altogether.
So you kind of cast your spell, and everything explodes around this creature, and it feels the sting of magic. And Enhal, you are somehow relieved to see that the creature is kind of curving its long head and neck, and kind of fixates on Mal. Enhal, what do you want to do?
I wave.
Yeah.
Hi.
As soon as it turns its head, I try to get a very good shot on it
Okay.
with my sword. So I hit for 15.
15 hits.
And I smite his head.
Okay.
So the damage comes like 4 from the sword, and where is smiting here? Give me a sec to find it. Come on, where is divine smite? 2d8. Okay, give me a sec. 3 and 6.
How much in total?
9 plus the short damage, which was 4, so 13.
13. Okay.
Yes.
So you carve this nasty gash at his neck and side, and he spits. It spits. I'll get your next witch, and then he turns again to you, Anhal. Seems to be undecided who to eat first. Cedric goes into the wood, finds cover, and releases an arrow, which this time hits. Driving the monster just a little bit more crazy. And at this point, again, the creature tries to eat you in hell. So we're talking about a bite. Ooh. Okay, so it tries to grab you. All it grabs is your armor. You can hear the metal kind of squeaks, but no damage. The claw. This time it's a no, actually not. It's 16 with a disadvantage, and another claw. Oh, this is a 24 with a disadvantage. So the claw, it's kind of, you know, the first one you just duck behind it, and the second one comes from underneath. This is 9 slashing damage from this attack.
Ouch. And I roll a constitution saving throw, I guess, for concentration.
Yep.
That's 20. So Blaze is still up.
Good.
It hurts. It really hurts.
Eliath, you can see the creature kind of in a frenzy. This time you can see blood as one of the claws, whooshes through Enhal's armor. You can hear metal bending and leather cracking and tearing apart. And the creature kind of, after the claw reaches out, a spatter of blood on the road, and then the dragon kind of licks it in glee.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to the creature, and as I do, I take out my 2 short swords that I just got, and I spin around and I stab it with booming blade. And so I just do a regular attack with a short sword. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay, and then so that's the first one. 5 damage. No, I'm sorry, 8 damage plus. I'm gonna keep adding it as I go. So that's plus 3 thunder damage, so that's 12 so far. And then with my bonus action, I'll attack with my short sword on the other hand, which is 20 to hit.
Oh, nice.
20 and 6 damage.
Okay.
So that's I believe that was a total of 18 damage.
Yeah. So the creature looks to be kind of covered with bruises and cuts, and blood starts to ooze from its many wounds, but it's still up. Mal, what do you want to do? It seems like the creature is kind of blood frenzied, and you're not sure, how much more it will take to kind of cut it down, but you sense that it is wounded. It might not be aware of the severity of it up till now.
Just so you know, it has 3 more health points because the D8 didn't go in there.
Okay.
Not yet. If it moves, it takes 1 D8, but if it stays still, it doesn't.
Okay. Mal, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kill it with a magic missile. Do you want me to roll?
Yes.
Okay. Hang on. I don't understand this. So that's 6, 7, and hang on. And another 6. So 13. Another 13 damage.
Nice. Okay. So that was Mel. It seems like this creature looks at you, Angel, and you can see some like you don't spot a lot of intelligence in its eyes, but it seems like its bloodlust has consumed it, and he's kind of trying to look at you and gouge like how to be done with you as fast as possible so he can munch on the small sorceress. You can see that he's looking her way in a way that doesn't mean well. So what do you want to do and how?
I'm very close to him, I guess.
Yes.
In his face, I tell him in Draconic, this does not well end for you, and I launch another attack on his head.
Okay.
And give me a second. It is. Oh, misclick, sorry. Sorry about that. So it's natural one. I don't hit.
Okay. So your sword kind of goes way off, and at this point he kind of crouches low and says, "Ease with your miserable life, human." And then you can see its tail kind of rising above its head, and you can see a nasty stinger at the edge of it. Cedric is trying to swing, and then another bolt is lost to the air, and then the stinger goes down. Let's see. Whoops. That's a 17, and that's a 12. 12 plus 7. It's a 19.
I'm down.
19 hits. Make a Constitution saving throw. So first you take 11 points of piercing damage. And then like the stinger kind of, slams into your belly, and then you can feel it pump poison into your body.
19, but the Constitution saving throw is 19, but I'm immune to diseases, so...
Yeah, this is poison, not the disease.
Okay.
But that's good because it means you only take... So you take half damage from its... Ooh, that's nice. That's another 12 points of damage from the poison.
So in total, this turn had how many damage?
I think it was 11. And now, how much did I say? It was 12. 12, I think.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, so you can see Angel kind of shakes on the stinger of this creature. The creature kind of slams you on the ground and then looks at all of you. And then it spreads its mighty wings and takes to the air.
And it takes 1d8 thunder.
Yeah, I already there. I didn't delete it, so.
Oh, okay.
So can we get another attack in from a distance the next round?
No, I think it's only for melee, if I remember correctly.
So I guess I get one.
Yeah, but how fast can it fly?
80 feet around.
So
If I got
my
an attack of
spell is-
opportunity, it's 21.
Go
and
for
my
it.
spell has a longer reach than that.
Yeah, I think attacks of opportunity is just if you kind of leave the reach, if I remember correctly.
No, yeah, but I mean for the next round.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
So 4
So-
damage piercing.
4
or slashing.
damage. 20. What do you fire at it?
Yeah, well, if it flies away and I can still get one in, then I will fire a second level magic missile. Because I used all my first level slots. Oh wow, that's maximum damage. 5. And if you guys have to help me for a moment. I don't want to do this in the wrong way, because every time I click on it, it just rolls one missile. But I have it scales by level, right? So it just rolls me one missile. Does it mean I take the damage 3 times for first level or 4 times for second level? Because it has 3 darts. They're all the same.
I think
Do you
you,
want me to
roll
roll?
for each.
You roll
Or
for
you can
each
just roll.
projectile.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I thought so, but when I click it, it just rolls for 1, and but it drains the slot from my slots, so I can't roll for more until I reactivate it, which makes no sense to me. But
Yeah, it's
okay,
annoying.
whatever. So I rolled. Let me roll 3 more times. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. So that is 5, 15 plus the d6. Another 5, 20 damage. 15 force, 5 necromantic.
Okay.
20.
So you're gonna fire your missiles into it. Every time you like a missile hit, it kind of jolts mid-air, and then at the last one, you see it dives steeply, almost hitting the ground, but then like hitting the ground with one of its claws and trying to kind of almost run on the ground, and then again flying a little slower and slower and kind of getting away. Seems to be really hurt, but it did turn and your gaze, like his gaze, onto you, and Mal, you feel its like stupid eyes kind of lock into yours and kind of memorize you.
It's nice to be thought of. Bye.
Okay, what do you want to do with your poisoned paladin?
Well, save him, of
Right.
course.
Right. What do we have? Do I have anything? Let me see.
Well, we want to make a some kind of stabilizing check or something like this. Is that possible?
It is.
Medicine check.
Medicine check.
Mine
Ta-da.
is at.
So
Oh.
+1.
actually,
Interesting.
Cedric has a cure wound that
Oh, perfect.
yeah. So it's a 1d8 plus 3, and you get up. And how?
Okay, with how many hit points?
1d8 plus 3, I think.
Okay, should I roll it? Or
Yeah, go for it. I think I cast it, but I might be wrong.
3 plus 3 with 6 then. I get up, coughing my stomach out, and I say thanks. I believe that's the only thing I can say right now.
Yeah, as you kind of barf a little bit, and nausea kind of goes over all your body. He claps at your back and smiles.
Sure thing, my friend. So, how is the poison? Does it make you high?
High as a kite.
Awesome. We have to take the. Oh no, it flew away. Too bad. So we have to remember that when we meet it again.
Okay, so you're still at the tree line, next to the house, next to the wagon. What's next?
Let's pull the wagon into the forest line, and then begin putting the stuff that we need in it. And we don't
Yes.
have a horse though, or I guess one of us would be carrying it, or 2 of us. I guess 3 of us. We could just push it.
I guess the
It's-
three of you can carry it. I'm
I
just so
believe-
short.
I believe
Right.
that it's not easy to disguise Mel as a mercenary. She looks quite young. So I say we carry the wagon and we hide here in the loot.
Who, me?
Yes, you. You can squeeze there a little bit.
We'll put a tarp over it.
Okay, sure. I'm up. I can count the money.
Yes.
Okay, so you pull the wagon into the tree line and work a little bit to fix it. Every now and then you can hear shrieks and screams from the keep as the dragon kind of circle it, blows a couple of lightning bolts into the one of the towers, which kind of detonates and explodes. The raiders are kind of around it, but it seems like the people are still holding in. Except from the dragon, it doesn't seem like the raiders have any good way in. So after a couple of minutes, you get the wagon to be repaired and you are ready to go. Where are you heading? To the hills and Strandor's camp, or southwest where you already see a couple of other wagons with people kind of, hauling loot to the southwest?
I mean, I vote the bad guy camp.
Me too. They are
We have a
already quite
task.
aggressive.
Okay.
And I touch a little bit myself to feel a little better for 5 hit points. That sounded weird.
Yeah, but it works. So okay, good. So you are taking the wagon and kind of pull it yourselves. It seems like most of the raiders are kind of far and away with you, but you can, if you want, you can push and get closer to one of the groups, or would you rather to kind of stay back and do your own thing?
We want to be as inconspicuous as possible. So if we find people that look like us, we stick near them probably.
Yes, and try to socialize and learn how the keep runs, I guess, their hideouts.
Okay. In this case, you need to kind of push a little bit harder at the wagon. I need you, just the two of you, Lyth and Enhal, to make constitution checks.
5.
13.
Okay, so with a 13 and a 5, let's say that even a couple of hours go by and you don't kind of manage to push into one of the other groups. So you can still see them in the distance, but you make some way, you leave the green nest behind. Seems like the dragon is still there, the army, and slowly it kind of fades away. You leave it behind you while you try to push and make good pace to catch on the group that is in front of you, but you're not able to do that, at least not in the first couple of hours. Let's make another check to see if you are able to do that in the second half of the day.
Natural 1.
7.
Okay, so seems like it's, I don't know, maybe it's Mal, but maybe it's all
Tired.
the loot that the wagon is. What was that?
Couldn't hear you.
Do you guys need any help?
Please, you got too greedy. There's too much loot. Ugh.
So the
How much do
second
you wait, Mal?
so the second half of the day, the front group is even kind of going further away. It's getting closer to evening. You almost don't see the other group as you kind of stop every now and every once in a while to kind of get some air, maybe eat something, drink a little bit because you get really tired. So unless you do anything else, I need you to make another Constitution check to see if you can push through the evening or you need a rest.
Can we suggest to rest regardless?
That's also fine.
Yeah, I don't want to get an exhaustion point, but I got 15.
And I got 20. Now that I don't need it.
So you
I
want
suggest that we rest. It's futile to follow, keep up with the other
okay.
guys.
Sure. So you camp for the night. You basically you have the direction, right? I mean, you are following a trail that others have been walking through. So you allow them to put more distance in front of you. Obviously, they have horses, so a little bit easier for them. And you park in a relatively flat area. There's a hill to the right and to the left, but they're quite far away. It's a dark night, not a lot of trees. You find kind of a big boulder that seems to be maybe it was a statue that was broken and crumbled years ago. You park near it and you set a small camp.
Okay,
Oh,
finally. Finally,
Are
we
we-
get our spells back.
should
Are we going to a long rest or?
Oh, this is a short rest, right?
It depends on
Well-
you. You can make it a long rest if you want.
Let's do it. So, but I have a few questions. So while they were busy pulling, I was busy counting. I did a ritual casting of detect magic. Was there anything magical in the loot? Nothing.
Nothing magical. It's a lot of common items. Some of it are you won't even consider loot, but even a little bit of silverware and plates and forks and knives and those things. But sometimes coins, sometimes art objects, small statues or medallions or something like that. You believe that
Okay.
there's something like roughly 500 GP all around the cart, but most of it is almost junk.
Okay. So in case there's a silver knife,
Mm-hmm.
from silverware, fancy silverware from a noble household maybe, or rich household at least.
Yeah.
In case they have a silver knife, I keep it.
Okay.
It's always good to have a silvered weapon.
Um,
Oh, if I have more silvered knives, if I find more, I will give them to the others. Here, we have to be armed against demons and stuff.
Thanks.
Thanks.
so
So, are we having any plan for lookout during the night?
I can
Yeah.
have my owl do some watch.
And I can help out for a lot of the night because I don't sleep very long. Only 4 hours.
Oh,
I need
perfect.
to sleep.
I can help. I can help by sleeping very long. That's the Fey way.
Okay. I need to sleep right now because I'm really, really tired. But during the later hours, I will wake up and keep watch with you, Lythal.
All right, I'll
So-
I'll wake you up when it's your time.
Okay, I'll summon the owl and have it fly around and just to check the vicinity of our camp, see if everything is more or less in order. And then I don't tell it to keep watch in the tree somewhere. And also, since we're taking a long rest, I gave a lock of my hair to the girl. So I will check in on her and I will use the distant scrying and see what's going on at the location where she is.
okay.
Is there still anything left of the people and the place, or is it just smoldering ruins?
It's not exactly that. So what happened? It seems like she is still okay. Most of the kids, women, were kind of shoved into the tunnel to hide, but the other way was barred because one of the turrets crumbled after the dragon attacked it. And it seems like Night Hill is doing some sort of a negotiation with someone you can't see or hear. But there is some discussion about, or at least this is what you kind of sense, about the whereabouts of Elythlorn. Seems like he's important to them.
Okay. So, and before the hair dissolves, I will say to the girl, hold on. We will help you. All will be well. And then the hair dissolves.
Okay.
Who were you talking to?
What was this?
Yes, I will tell. So I was checking in on. You remember the girl? I gave her some of my hair, and then so I could ask her how she's doing, and I also had a look, and it looks like they're in the dungeon, and something, probably the tower fell, so the way is barred. But they're negotiating, and somehow they think that you are very important to the strange dragon people, and that's all.
Okay.
And I told them in there, and that all will be well. Well, what can I say?
So your hair
right.
work like a message delivery method?
Oh, and you, as you ask her that, you could tell where, she has this golden curls, and then you could tell where there was one lock of hair missing. She had cut it off just with her knife, going back in.
You
Can you
were
repeat,
cut off a
please?
little bit. Yeah, your connection is kind of going on and off.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll just repeat what I said. So you remember she was talking to the girl before we all left, and she had cut off a lock of her hair and given it to the girl as a keepsake. And as you talk to her, Mal, now you realize that you can tell where she cut it off. There's a big lock of hair just missing. And as you talk to her, you can see the hair. You can watch it grow back. Actually, it's getting longer, as long as the rest of the hair. It's like, oh, yeah.
Mel?
Yes.
What? I mean, I know. What are you, if I might ask? Where are you from?
I'm cute.
Can I tap my divine sense a little bit? Can I turn it on?
Yes, you can.
So I do.
Okay, Mao, what does he sense?
I don't know. What does divine sense do? I'm not a paladin. I have no clue.
So, divine sense, as an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by a Hallow spell, the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet. That's not in total cover.
Okay. So you are 100% certain that somewhere within 60 feet there must be a fae.
Okay.
No doubt about that.
Are you a fae?
I'm a small fae now, but I will be a princess. My aunts promised me I would one day be a princess.
Where are your
Okay.
aunts? And princess
Excuse me?
where? Where are your aunts?
Well, they are at their home, I guess, in the Feywild. I ran away. I don't want to
They
stay
have
with them
names?
anymore.
What are the names? If you might ask.
Why does it matter?
I don't know. Maybe I heard. Maybe I've read about them.
Maybe. Who cares about their names? They're stupid. I ran away because I don't like them anymore. Because I won't stop their stupid bickering.
So is your name Mel really?
Of course. My name is Malexandra, and I like to be called Mal. But my Aunt Betty, she always calls me Goldie or Goldilocks because of my hair. And my Aunt Magdi, she just calls me Mel. Or Munchkin, she always says I'm so sweet she would like to eat me. And my aunt Petit Froidure, she just calls me Alexandra.
What was the name?
Petit Froidure.
Mm.
Okay.
So have I heard these names? Yeah, do a history check.
Yeah, go
I
for
don't
it.
know. Arcana, maybe? Arcana check? Or
Well, I got a 17 on the history. I don't know if it's Arcana.
The names don't ring any bell, but you know, there are many denizens of the Fae that you are not familiar with. So
Wow. I've never thought I would meet somebody from the Feywild.
Here,
she
Wow.
poses like you would like to take a picture of her. She's like, how do you like your Fae?
So far, so good. Y'all are really fun.
Well, thank you. So are you guys.
nice meeting you again then.
You can call me Mal or Goldie if you want. But I like Mal.
Well, in case we lose each other inside the hideout, would it make sense to give us each one a braid of your hair for more easy communication?
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Mm, sad to hear.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can, you know, it won't grow back as often. So I have to ration. I have to ration. Fair hair, you know, gold. It's like gold. It's a rarity.
Are there more Feywild people around here, or it's just you here in the Sword Coast?
I don't know. I don't. How am I supposed to know that?
I don't know.
I'm not all Fae.
You don't
I'm just
all
Mel.
know each other. Okay.
No, we don't even look alike.
Really? All right. I have to read. I have to study about this one day.
Yes. Well, maybe I can. If you guys want, we can maybe one day. But let's save the girl first, and the others.
All right. Yeah. Let's rest.
okay.
Yeah, let's rest.
The night goes without any special interference or issue. You don't see any more groups. Maybe like the raiders who participated in the deck are kind of parked around the keep or something like that. But you do wake up, and behind you there's kind of a cloud of smoke that is billowing from what was Greenest, and in front of you is basically the hilly road that stretches to the southwest. And as you kind of continue your journey, you can see the mountain range that separates this part of the land from the lands of El Turel kind of approaches, but it's still in the horizon. Anything you want to do before starting your travel?
Yes, I think we should make sure we have our spells copied, right, as we travel. Mel, on like regular ink.
Oh yeah, just give me a look. Let me have a look. And when you show her your book, she just glances at it quickly, and then she takes her own book, snatches a crayon out of thin air, seemingly, and just wildly draws a few pictures. And within 5 minutes or so, she's done. First,
Awesome.
I'm first.
All right, it's not a competition.
Oh yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I won.
No. I give you mirror image and I think it was transformation or something like this. Alter self.
You took mirror image and alter self?
Yeah.
Awesome. I took shatter and invisibility.
We're gonna be so powerful. If we get money, though. Of
Yeah, if
course.
we ever get money, well, we have full wagon load of stuff.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of spells.
-4 silver knives.
Okay. Do you want to push through like we did before, like making good pace, or do you want to kind of take it easier and not having to roll for Constitution? Kind of really depends on how fast or long you want the journey to be.
Well, I guess it depends with the mood of the. No, we don't see anybody else around here.
No, but we
Um,
know that they are looking for you, Elythron, in the keep. Nighthill is making some deal in order to turn you in, maybe. So I don't think we have time to lose here.
Yeah, as long as I think, yeah, we should push ourselves just to make sure that we're not injured enough that it will hinder us in our fight if we come across anything.
Okay. So as you kind of pack everything, you eat a small, you know, whatever you can to kind of make sure that you're traveling light. So make a push and start head for the day. The weather remains clear as you walk to the southwest, and by the end of the day, you're trying to kind of keep good pace and not push yourself too much. But at the end of the day, you find in the horizon something interesting. Obviously, there's a fire that has been started, a couple of tents around that fire, something like 3 wagons that seems to be half loaded, and 2 horses that are tied to what appears to be just the stump of a tree. And what you see is basically a group of women and children preparing food, fixing clothes. There are a bunch of swords and bows on a makeshift table that are being fixed by a young man. Seems like some sort of a rear camp, or those people who follow an army and kind of tend to all the needs in terms of food, fixing stuff, cleaning clothes, etc. So it seems like a group is doing that. And you also, the flames are obviously cooking flames, so someone is making either a soup or roasting meat. You can almost taste it now that the smell is in your nose. Still, it's still far enough for you to make a decision about how you want to approach this.
So that is, I think that's a train of the army, right? Of the forces. So maybe we can join them. More. Maybe we can try to gather some information from them. How big is how big the forces are, or
it's not
like
big. You don't see any raiders or cultists there. It seems like most of the people are either young men, young women, and a couple of kids running around.
Maybe they are refugees from the keep.
Hard to believe, thinking that you didn't see anyone passing, and it's very far. So you do definitely see a couple of wagons that don't belong to the raider, probably stolen or something like that. And there are weapons out in the open being fixed. So you kind of get a sense, Enchal, this is, I mean, you are familiar with how armies work and how kind of big raiding parties work, and there's always a small force of non-combatants that tend to the force in terms of cooking, cleaning, fixing, etc. You believe that this is the case here?
And these people aren't from Greenest, right? They came
You don't
with,
think so? No.
Okay.
Do we see any symbol in the wagons they have? Maybe some known area symbol or an organization symbol.
Make a perception check.
It's a 6.
6. So you don't spot anything of interest until you spot a familiar kind of, not flag, but mark on one of the wagons. And just a second. Not that, not that. Sorry. Weird. I'll figure it out, but it is the sign that you saw on the, actually, that you have on your own wagon, which is the trading company Stilvius runs. Oh, here it is. It's the Open Road Consortium. Oh, that took some time. Sorry.
Can we spot the bloody halfling anywhere near?
Not with a 6 on the perception roll. You didn't see him.
Okay, I tell both all of the party that I see that they are Silvius employees, and
You
maybe we
don't
find
see
Silvius there.
Sylvius employees. The dwarf and the half elf, that they stayed at the keep last time you checked.
Yes, but I believe that since they are other employees of
Oh,
Silvius,
maybe,
they
maybe.
want to know.
Yeah, maybe you don't know.
It's a safe assumption that someone who uses Silvius wagons will be most probably his employee.
Yeah.
So that's
So,
my clue here.
did you see him somewhere?
I don't have so great eyesight. Can
No.
find.
Oh, we can take a look around. As we're getting closer to the place, and we're starting to see more and more people close up. I'm gonna shape change myself into any generic raider NPC
Okay.
that matches this cart.
Oh, that is so cool.
Human, just male
I
human.
tap the wagon and ask Mal, can you send the owl there?
Sure. Hey, Hoot, can you take a round and see if you spot the halfling? And I
okay.
just summon the owl from outside of the wagon. I don't have to summon it in my hand or anything, just up in the air somewhere. And
I'll
then,
also like do a round walking so I can add.
and I have the owl take a round and
Yeah, make a perception check.
scry through its eyes. Perception. So the owl has advantage, right? With
Yes.
the checks on vision.
Yeah.
So I take the liberty of doing the same, which does not make a difference. Because why did I roll medicine? I have just a 9.
Okay. It doesn't spot a halfling. What you see is there's a cooking fire. Seems like 3 women are tending it. There's a tent with a table next to it. Seems like a blacksmith or something like that, but he's very young, seems to be inexperienced, just fixing, just straightening the edges or fixing bows, and there are a couple of bolts on its table. There's another tent with something like 6 kobolds around it. And inside, like the owl kind of tries to circumvent it and try to peek inside. You can't really peek inside, but it hears some sort of spell casting, either like the words of a wizard casting some sort of a spell. And there are a bunch of young ladies all around this big barrel that they seems to have put there. There are dirty water inside of it, and they're kind of squeezing and squashing clothes that they have just cleaned up there, it seems.
So, can I make a check to see what kind of spellcasting this might be?
I don't think that you can do it with the owl. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or you can
Well,
hear through
yeah, I
its.
can basically use its senses.
So you
when
can, if you
it's-
can hear through its ears, then fine. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. $24.
This is something like comprehend languages or something like that.
Aha. Okay.
The voice is, well, not old, like a middle-aged man maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's all I gather with the owl, I guess.
Okay.
Or
How do
Or
we
is there-
approach this?
excuse me?
No, do your thing. I'll ask later.
Yeah. I was just checking if that's all there was to gather, or is there anything else that
There
might
is a
notice.
small kind of cloud of dust further to the south. It seems like probably raiders who passed through this either put their weapons to be fixed, ate, camped a little bit, and then continued to the west. So you believe that the camp is still to the south of you. So
Okay, so I'll let the owl fly off and out of range, and then I will report to my fellow friends, comrades, what I saw. There are the girls washing clothes, and there's a tent, and there's some spellcasting going on. I'm not sure what they're doing there. Sounded like they try to comprehend languages, so some communication tent maybe or something. Nothing out of the ordinary otherwise. I didn't see the halfling either.
Were there any creatures that would not speak common?
I didn't notice anything. Did I notice anything that wasn't common?
the kobolds.
Kobolds. Well, kobolds. I thought they were pretty common so far here.
Yeah, you're asking somebody from the Feywild that just got here.
There have been kobolds everywhere the last nights.
I walk up to some, maybe if somebody's selling something, like maybe there's a small merchant selling potions, or maybe just somebody's giving food. If somebody's trying to make a buck in this camp, do I find anything like this?
So do you enter the camp? Because my assumption was that you kind of stayed away
Oh.
and let the owl do its thing so far.
I'm
Oh, I thought we were
wondering
getting it.
how we want to approach this. Do we want to join them like we are mercenaries right now? Do we want to keep our distance? A full-on attack, I believe, it's not very wise right now.
I think we should probably try to infiltrate. Just get in there. Just get in there, not kill anybody. And just act like, listen, we have a cart of loot and we're taking it over that way.
You don't sound
Because
like a
reasons.
liar. Kill no one?
Of course,
Just the bad
that's not
guys.
me. Well, like we have more important things to do, like finding that treasure, whatever that is.
Can't we try to stick to the vanguard and for a couple of days or so and try to gather information
Exactly.
Sounds like a
so
plan.
so we don't have to infiltrate the camp right away. We can stay here and talk to people or something like this.
Unfortunately, I would only be able to. I don't want to show my face very much, and I can hold this spell that, as you can see, for only 2 hours a day. So
Oh,
only
I
have
see.
two spell. It lasts an hour, and I only got 2 slots for it.
Okay, you can hide with Mel after that.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of space back here.
Oh man, we better get a chessboard or something. Some cards.
Okay. So you approach the camp, and as you approach, it seems like the people who are in this kind of rear camp, let's call it this way, are not startled or anything. They kind of look up and like the young man kind of even waves at you, probably recognizing the consortium's mark on your wagon. You park it next to the other wagon, and people are kind of pointing towards the fire if you want to eat, or if you want to just head to one of the tents to rest or something like that. A woman approaches you and asks you, anything to fix? Anything you want? Clothes to be cleaned? Just a nasty gash on your chest plate. Want it done, fixed? Just let me know.
Yes, can you fix this? And I show her my armor, who has been damaged by the dragon.
I will do my best. Just let me see. And she kind of looks at it, and she calls the young man, who kind of looks, and they kind of speak to one another, and just find a place by the fire, eat, drink, and I think that we can manage something. It probably take us a day to get this fixed into a reasonable good shape.
Thank you very much. Have you seen
Any
Silvius around here?
Sorry, seen what?
Silvius, our boss.
Oh, yes, I think he passed. Maybe he went back to the camp. He did pass here.
Thank you very much.
As you speak with her, there is one of the women who is currently tending to the fire. She kind of looks at you in a weird way, like, and then she kind of averts her gaze. My name is Celise, and if you need anything while you are at my camp, then feel free to ask. All I ask is a little token of appreciation, some of the gold that you probably collected on your way here. 10 coins will be enough to cover your stay here.
Okay. It's only fair to pay, I guess.
Please. And she kind of opens up her hand, as you've seen before, for the glory of Tiamat.
Okay, are we there, or is it just you?
I guess we are all there except the man who is in the wagon, hidden, counting money and playing with her hair.
Yes, Mal is biting her tongue, trying to avoid shouting, "Yeah, for the glory of the Tiamat."
I just mimic the symbol.
I just give the money and shut up. Just that. I shut my mouth.
Any news from the camp?
Well, most of the wagons are there, and as far as I know, we are preparing to start getting it to the north. But well, at least from what I've heard, there is some trouble at Greenest. At least this is what Sylvius says. Something about a half elf that, or an elf that someone is looking for. Nightscale was very angry when she heard the news. I'm not sure who she's looking for and why, but the dragon was very, very concerned.
Nightskill, yeah, we should probably. Is she's still like, back at camp, right?
Oh, yes, yes. Never leaving the cave, as she always does.
Right. Have you ever been in that cave? I've always wondered what.
Oh, no. I like my skin as it is, on me and intact.
Right. Curiosity killed the cat. as they say.
Killed it and ate it, probably.
Hard. Anyways.
She turns, and then to probably get your chest plate, Enhal, and then you both are kind of pushed away as one of the younger ladies runs to you, Enhal, and wraps her hand around you, and she starts crying. And she kind of weeps and weeps and weeps as she hugs you, and she doesn't let go.
Okay, this is awkward. Hello, who are you?
And she looks up and says, "This is you, right?
Me?
Enhal."
Yes, and who are you?
And she wipes her eyes like you don't recognize me. I thought you died
Oh,
in the fire.
do I recognize her?
It's like almost there, but like she probably was a very young kid. You do have this sense of her blue eyes, maybe someone from your village. And as she starts to talk, you kind of, maybe you're not sure, but she kind of looks at you and shakes you and says, that night when they came and burned the village, we fled. And I was told that your entire family died there, but now it is you, right?
Okay, then I try to signal her not to speak about the fire, and I try to get her out of the camp a little bit to have more privacy in our chat. Of
So
course, she has recognized me, and I don't want my identity to be exposed right now.
Okay, make a
in front of the cultists.
Yeah, that makes sense. Make a, I don't know, some sort of a persuasion check to kind of, let her know that you want to kind of, or any other check if you feel.
Yes. A great 8.
A great 8. She kind of doesn't really understand. She starts crying and babbling about your mother. She was tending me so.
I hug her very hard in order to make her not be able to speak, and say, "Hello, my cousin.
Put her in a lock.
So long no seen. How's your husband?" And I try to move her out of the crowd.
Okay, so Eliath, you kind of see Enhal hugging this young,
My cousin.
probably his cousin, who was crying and very happy to see him. And then he kind of pushes her away, and they kind of gone. And the old woman, Celise, she kind of looks at the both of them. Actually, well, it's a small world. Who would believe? The blessing of the god. She brings everyone together. It's amazing.
Yeah, she does. I walk away. Try to find someone else. I look for someone else and maybe just buy something very small, like a drink or ask. Maybe I see somebody with playing cards and I ask them to see if they want to sell them.
Yeah. So there is this, I wouldn't say a gathering, but near the fire that there are 2 young people playing cards, and then there's a kobold just in front of them, kind of looking at them. To the side, they're not playing with it. And they do look at you, not suspiciously, but kind of look at you and then shrug as you go near them.
Well, I just sit down to maybe to ask if I could play, if I can join. If they're wagering anything small.
Okay. Step right in, dude.
And that's what I do. And as I'm playing, I ask them the same thing. Like, any news from the camp? Like, how's the Night Skill, I believe was her name. She's still in her cave.
Yeah, there's not sure what she's doing there. I don't care as long as I'm getting paid. Not dealing with this. And then he looks at you and kind of, you see that he's kind of looking for, some mark of an affiliation with the cult, and then he kind of holds on what he wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
Just here for the money.
See for the money, huh? I don't have any item for the cult insignia.
I think you did pick up. Oh no, yeah, you're not brandishing it or something like that. Mel,
Picked up what?
you did pick up, if I remember correctly, one of the cult's holy, like the cultist holy symbols or something like that. But I'm not sure you wear it, if I remember correctly.
I'm sure that we took it. If you don't have it, Mel has it. Probably
I would probably.
wise,
We can do it like, I don't know who would have it on, either me or Angel.
whoever.
Angel.
I
then
have to paint my shield
Right.
now. It has two hands like that on it. It's not very nice to walk around with this. So take the symbol
I
and
took it from a paladin with my own hands.
Yes.
Mel, as you are in the wagon, still hiding, I'm assuming, through
Yes.
the cracks of the wood, you do see a weird sight. First, there is the sound of a cane that kind of cluck, cluck on the sand, and then through the cracks, you think you make out this we'll call it some sort of a hat, but not a regular one, one that you have, like, the name for it. Let me kind of find it for a second. But a suit, you then see, with very wealthy looking kind of cufflinks, and then you spot a hat, and the hat kind of makes you think. It's a bowler hat, it's called. It's kind of round here and short circumference. You don't pick up the face. All you see is this person kind of walks by. Very weird in this setting.
Okay, so is there anything it reminds me of? Can I make a, I don't know, history or
Yeah, make
whatever?
a history check. And
Check.
Hal, yeah. This person who hugged you, she, like, beyond her, crying and kind of heaves of either joy or pain or whatever, she says her name is Lanthra.
is
And
Lanthra.
Lanthra.
Okay.
And she's like, what happened?
What happened to you? Why you joined the cult?
Well, why did you join the? It's amazing. Like, did you meet him? Because when I met him, it was like an epiphany. So strong and powerful, and he's so confident. It was amazing just to kind of see him, and I felt that all my problems will go away, and they did.
Interesting. What are you talking about?
And she looks at you weirdly, like, but you did meet him. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Yes, I met him, but I just want to be sure that you are as loyal as me.
She kind of laughs at you, and she's you see that she's kind of unsure, and she kind of slaps your chest and says, "Loyal, come on. I'm sure that if you met the Soul Forged, it's loyalty is such a small word to describe."
So please describe.
She seems lost at thought as she tries to. Elias, those two people kind of next to you kind of want to sit.
Yeah, if you don't mind, as I brand my pin or whatever from the cultists.
Oh, you do. Okay. So he, I mean, those two kind of they straighten up a little bit. And what are we betting on?
I'm sure there's not that much. I take out like a very nice goblet that I took from the cart, and there's just a couple gold coins inside the goblet. Like, let's start off with this.
Okay, and
Can you match it?
yeah, they put some coins, and you start dealing the cards and starting to play. You can see Anhal and the young lady are still speaking to the side. You can see the cart just next to you, and they start talking, and one of them is kind of, you know, they did put a prize on that half elf or elven dude. I don't know what said he's someone important that we should probably find. But I don't think they'll bring anything other than corpses from that city, if it even exists anymore.
I mean, judging from what we left, probably not.
Yeah, wonder why it's so important to the night scale.
Right. I look at everybody's faces here as he says that. Does anybody look like they want to say something?
You're not
Or-
sure, but as you kind of move around, look, you can see Anhal and the lady that he's speaking to. You can see their faces, and it's kind of a little bit hard to read. One of them is kind of pulling a pipe, lights it up as he looks at you. The other one is kind of with his hand on his chin, looking at the cards, but also looking at you. Like it seems there's some tension in the air. You're not sure exactly how to kind of interpret it. And as you kind of to the side look at the cart, you think you see someone circumventing it. It's kind of dark. You have the fire in your eyes. You're not sure if you see or don't see anyone there, but it seems like someone is walking around the cart you just rolled in with Mal still inside. Mel,
right, then
yeah, go ahead.
as I do that, I immediately say I just need to take a legal beer back, and then I stand up and away from the radius of the fire and just go around towards my cart again or cart.
Okay.
Stealthily.
Make a stealth check.
$11.
Okay. Mel, anything you want to do?
Yes, when I realize that someone is walking around, I will summon the owl and send it out the other way of the cart, so it's not obvious that it flies out of the cart. But I will send it around and see what I can see when I look through its eyes.
Okay.
Looking
So you're
to
gonna
spot this person.
you push you kind of summon the owl and send it, and as soon as it leaves your hand, your outstretched hand, the earth shakes again. It rattles you all. Angel, make a dexterity check as you try to kind of avoid falling. And also, you can see Lanthra, she kind of loses her balance and about to fall. So make a check if you want to grab her.
7.
What?
7.
Okay. She falls to the ground, and then she grabs you and like tries not to fall by leaning on you. So make a strength check just to see that you are able to kind of hold her in place.
20.
You hold her firmly, and she looks at you. You can see there's some sort of a haze in her eyes, and she says, "He's coming. The Soul Forge is coming." Eliath, as you kind of turn to go towards the cart, one of those people who are playing the cards, he kind of grabs you and says, "Where do you think you're going?" And
Said I have.
and you, Mal, you kind of grab the cart to kind of make sure that you don't fall out or hit something, and then you remember the small eyeball that your aunties gave you. It kind of bloop, jumps from your pocket and kind of clink 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 and bloop, drops from the cart right into the polished boot of that person who is outside of the cart, and he crouches. And as he grabs it, you can see bits of his face from the gaps in the wagons, and all you can see like golden eyes and a
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt, but my connection is iffy. I'm sorry about this. Could you repeat this, please?
yes,
I
sure.
didn't hear. I only heard half of it. The shaking, and then the what was it that fell out?
The eyeball that you were given, the crystal with an eyeball inside of it.
The yes.
It's
Oh
kind
yes, my holy symbol.
Yes, so it kind of pops out
Yes.
from your pocket and kind of clink clink fall on the ground straight to the boot of that person who is outside, and he picks it up. And as he straighten, you can see parts of his face through the gaps in the wagon's kind of wooden beams. You can see golden eyes and a big unnatural smile with a ton of teeth. And he
What,
says,
bigger than mine? That's unheard of.
And he says, "Well, hello, Mel. So nice to meet you." And with Angel holding to his cousin, with Eliathlon, with someone grabbing his arm as he kind of moves to get away from and move to the cart, and with that person with the bowler's hat and the cane looks at you and says, "Hello." We'll end this session.
It always has to be a cliffhanger.
Oh my god, this is terrible. Okay, thank you. I'm not cold anymore. So when shall we three meet again? Or 4 or 5?
2 weeks. This week
Okay.
I'm in Portugal, so I'm not I won't be available. I will only return next week. So yeah. So after that, 2 weeks from now, I think.
So we're talking about the 25th.
Yeah, unless anything happens. So feel free to kind of speak offline if you want to kind of get updated or ask questions or whatnot.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Good. So thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend.
Well,
And
thank you. You too.
yalla, and it should be fun next time to see what happens.
2 hours too
Yes.
short. Enjoy Portugal.
Yeah, thanks. It's
Gonna
it's
be-
a business trip, so you don't.
Ah.
Yeah, but
Well, success and no stress for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So see you all soon. Have a good one.
See you soon. Have
Bye
a nice
bye.
trip.
Thank you.
Yes.
Have a good one.